All right, then. Now, as I recall, we are in the process of building a... I think this is actually a 3-house complex here. And I can't remember exactly who's going to be going in it. I believe it was for... Well, we've got a herbalist and a... We've got a herbalist hut and a herbalist apprentice. I think this was for possibly farmer and hunter? Zangirian Alcorp? And was there anyone else that was going to be there? No, I didn't have anyone else set yet, because the cook is, of course, in the rather large eatery over here with its beautiful stone fireplace there. Honestly, easily one of my nicer builds so far. There's the cook's bed chamber there. I do need some more lighting around, to be perfectly honest. I haven't got nearly enough lighting yet. That's something that we're going to have to work on. We'll have a look at how all of that goes in the near future. Probably, oh man, that's going to annoy me. But something that we can work on reasonably soon, hopefully. As for the Mason's, Mason's home, Mason's bedroom, really. There we are. So we've got an engineer. Not an engineer, a smith, and they will eventually become an engineer. Flying Lima beans, presently working their way up and doing quite well as well. They want to be a passionate engineer, so we probably want to start. By the time the Flying Lima Beans is level 5, I'm going to start working on training the next mason. The next blacksmith. So that by the time that Flying Lima Beans hits level 6 and becomes an engineer, we're not going to be without someone who can smelt the ores that we need. Our mine down here, mostly for gathering stone. We are looking for some ores, but it's not going so well. We're probably going to have to take this mine up to a 2nd level shortly. Over here, we have our stairway going all the way up. There we are. I've still got some random gubbins in there, actually, that we need to clean up. And then up onto the top. Honestly, I'm really happy with the town so far. I think it's coming together quite nicely. As for our hunting, we're currently hunting some larger animals, I believe. Yeah. We're hunting common game. I would like to get another hunting area. Oh, we do have one, actually. So, this is big game. We do have all the way up to exotic game. But right now, big game and common game are fairly good for us, I think. We're not going to be going back to bugs, I don't think. Or at least I very much doubt it. If I do, we'll probably set up a little gathering area over here for them. We've got a decent amount of farmland, and right now we're actually in a really good position for our food. Oh, that's the wrong button. If you have a look through here, edibles, we've got 1,771 edibles of a goal of 610. We are going to be getting a new person very soon, but I'm probably going to hold off on that until we have more housing made. I would, at this stage, now that we've got this many people and so many workers, keeping a lot of workers is so important. So important, because they're going to primarily be your haulers. Once you've got a lot of workers, you can start turning off hauling for pretty much all of your main production peeps. And honestly, I kind of feel that that's a good way to go. I will, however, turn off hauling for half of my workers. This way, half of them will do... Well, actually, mining is only going to be there some of the time. And mining seems to take precedence, so that's fine. When there's something to mine, they'll mine it. When there's not, they'll haul, and that's fine. Most of them are idle. I don't really want my peeps mining or just really leaving the area. I want them crafting at all times. This is what workers do. I obviously want them doing their jobs. But we've now got a population sufficiently large that we can support having our workers ultra specialized, which will mean they will level up a bit faster as well, which will be very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, can we get a few odds and sods taken care of in here? Little apprentice area there. Okay. We've got some gobos over there. We've got some other things besides. Right now, I'm not inclined to open this area up. Graves of Raccoons. I don't think you're a concern. Honestly, you can't get to us easily. You need a non-obscured doorway. So a door that isn't closed. Nevertheless, my archers, having been notified that you exist, are on their way to kill you. Well done. A little bit of extra practice. This is why I really like Northern Alliance, is because they can hunt. And you can designate them to hunt as well. They don't need to be like a graze of raccoons or anything like that. I could just tell them to go over here and hunt venison. Not that that would be venison. I think it's called venison in game regardless, but... well, I mean, I guess we don't know the age, but... Remember, venison is young deer. As far as I'm aware, venison is young deer. I could be wrong, and venison could be all deer. But lamb is baby sheeps. Veal is baby cows. This is something that sometimes catches people off guard. They're like, "Oh, I'd love a bit of mutton or something like that." Oh, okay, that's an interesting choice. You want particularly the aged sheep? They're like, "Well, no, I just want sheep." And they're like, "Okay, most of the sheep you'll ever eat in your life are going to be baby sheep. Stores don't typically sell mutton. You have to go out of your way to get adult sheep as food." On the flip side, you have to go out of your way to get veal, because that's significantly more expensive, so baby cows. But most sheep you will ever consume in your life is going to be baby sheep. Venison is usually all deer, from what I understand. Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of that. I haven't eaten venison very often. That'd be Dark Aavak play. We're hunting Bambi already. Shh, no. Not happening at all. Also, thank you so much, Lazarus, for the 42 months. 42? My days, all the sub-renewals for me today. How is it going? It is going well, thank you very much for asking. How about you? Silver Gaming, thank you very much for the bit. But yeah, it's just one of these things that I don't know. I'm in this place where I'm like, I've no like ethical or moral thing about, eating baby sheep. Lamb is delicious. But I just kind of feel that some people don't accept the burden of responsibility for that decision. They should. You are eating baby sheep. If you're okay with that, eat on. Eat on. But you can't take certain moral high ground positions doing this regularly, or at all, really, and then still take exception with certain other practices. It's like, largely, I don't care what people do for the most part. I just want them to take responsibility for the things they do. Or accept that they are hypocrites when it comes to criticizing certain other actions. Yeah, food is food. And then people are like, "But Aavak, you wouldn't eat a person." I'm like, food is food. People are made of meat. I wouldn't eat one as a preference. But don't for a second think that I would be above devouring someone that I didn't care about if times were rough. We have got a new person, but I'm going to decline because we aren't even done with our current building project of our house. Obviously, the whole cannibal thing is mostly a gimmick. I don't recommend anyone eat a person. There's so many things that can go wrong by eating people. But from a moral standpoint, I am going to say that I am keenly aware of my place in the circle of life. I don't think that I am any different to any other animal. I eat animals, so I have to be, if I don't want to be a hypocrite, okay with the idea of an animal eating me. Or, worst case scenario, a person eating me because just, it's a survival situation. This is just where I come in. Obviously, the cannibalism thing, it's largely just comedy. Grim, dark comedy, but comedy. But understand that it does come from a place of me being like, well, look, if you eat animals, you have to accept that you are one. That's my take on it. You are a part of the circle of life, just like everything else. Hey, Azarin Mar, thank you very much for the subscription. Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, Lazarus, if I'm dead, I hope I've died at a point where, like, my meat is no good for real consumption at this point. But if it's not the case, I wouldn't have any issue with what someone does with my corpse. I don't need it anymore. It was just a bone mecha covered in meat armor that I was piloting for a while, and I'm no longer piloting it. You can repurpose it however you particularly want it. Ideally, I would like it to go to medical science, if it's going to be useful in some manner. That is an actually genuinely held belief. I've had these discussions at length with my family and Sheila. If I died, I would want my body to be useful in some way other than just, I don't know, burning it for ash. That doesn't help anyone. It might help some people move on, maybe, but they'll move on anyway eventually. If there is some useful way that my body can be repurposed for like medical science, please do. I would like to think that after I have had the most use out of my body that I possibly can, that someone else can still have use out of it. If there's organs that can be donated, donate them. If there are organs that can be used for some other thing, like they want to see how such and such works, or whatever, please do, by all means. I don't need it. Sweet Orange Bunny, thank you so much for the 44 months. Aavak for Robocop. Well, I don't want to be kept alive. No. This is going in the wrong direction. Don't resurrect. Well, actually, you know what? I don't necessarily have that much of an issue with it. But I don't want to be turned into Robocop. I'm just saying, if my parts can be useful to someone who's still alive, please, by all means. Aavak the Servitor. You know what? I would have so much less issue with being a Servitor skull than I would being an actual Robocop. Because, you know, it doesn't go so well for good old Murphy. If we're true, and speaking from our heart of hearts, Murphy has a pretty raw deal the whole way through Robocop. But the Servitor skull, it's like, look, you were too precious to us that we weren't willing to waste your organic bits. We have repurposed them so that they may continue to serve the Empire. It's like, by all means. Yay. I probably would have I probably would have been one of the people in Planescape Torment that signed up. It's like, yeah, you know what? After I die, you can use my body as a zombie. I'm not using it anymore. If you can hardwire some of my neurons so that I can still perform easy tasks and be useful to whoever, yeah, sure. I'd sign up for that without any necessary monetary return in life. It's like, I'm not going to be using it when I'm dead. Crack on. Strings of gold. The Weaver is now able to create decorations and other goods with outstanding appeal and beauty by using exotic resources. Marvelous. Aavak the Dustman Zombie. Honestly, like, as much as that's a funny mental image and it's mostly said as a comedic thing, I have no issue with that. Once I am dead, I don't care. If you I don't know, shove some sort of chip into my brain that's capable of stimulating the low brain functions enough that I can move around and perform repetitive tasks, by all means, don't leave me be conscious doing it. That I'm not okay with. But if you can like automate my body to the point that it can perform repetitive tasks for you, sure, I don't mind. I'm no longer piloting it. I don't care what you do with it. Got it. I'll try and name a zombie after you and Graveyard Keeper Aavak. By all means, Cloud. If we were in more of a fantasy setting and there was some sort of heroic, fellowship being formed, I don't know, to perhaps get rid of some magical machismo that is foreboding and possibly going to usher in a new dark age. If I said, if by my life or my death I can serve you, I really mean that. I don't make such vows without considerable thought having gone into the wording beforehand. How do we know this is not zombie Aavak already? Well, I guess you don't. Maybe the real Aavak died a long time ago and I'm just a simulacra. The real Aavak was significantly more characterful. I am but a pale shadow of my former self. I mean, my possibly hypothetical former self. Now we're getting on to the topic of liches. Now, liches are a different thing entirely. Liches are like, nah, I don't like the idea of this whole death thing. I've got so many more things I want to do yet. So, no thanks. And that is very much a different thing. Right, we need 3 wide window frames, 5 cross-beamed stone window frames, 3 stone doors, and 8 tall... Oh, wow. Okay, we'll start with the simple ones. We'll start with the stone doors and the wide window frames. No, I believe they were regular stone doors. And 3 of you. And then we'll move on to the 8 talls. And finally, the cross beams, of which we will require 5. There we go. And then this will be ready. And we will, at that point, be ready to grab more people. I love games which allow me to just chat with... it's nice to just talk nonsense with you guys, just to chat about random odds and sods. Occasionally, you perhaps get a glimpse of what I really think about the world in there. Kind of interspersed with sprinkles of comedy. I hope you can get down from there. Well, on the subject of death, Aavak, what do you want to happen after this life? And also, what do you actually believe is going to happen? I don't know. It's kind of the beauty of it. I don't know what will happen. Science seems fairly concrete in the expectation that what will happen is nothing. My metabolic process will slow and then will finally cease. At least the important ones that are defining my personality. My body will continue to grow for a little while afterwards, hair, nails, that sort of stuff. Digestive system will take a while to completely stop functioning, but more or less, I'll stop being. And then, whatever happens, happens. I don't really care. After that point, I literally will be incapable of it. However, on certain other sides, more spiritual side, there's all sorts of possibilities. I don't cling to the hope that I will go on because I worry that death, that the end of me is this big thing. I don't really care if it is or not. But I don't know what happens. Is the honest answer. And I take it from this point that either nothing happens at all, or for some reason, to those who something has happened, they're incapable of relaying that information. So, or at least in sufficient quantity and with sufficient credibility that the whole of humanity hasn't just said, yeah, well, I mean, duh, we all go to a noon after we die. I mean, look at all of this empirical evidence. Anyone who believes that there's nothing after death, that's just silly talk. That's like flat earther stuff. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'll go on to Valheim and I'll build beautiful buildings. Oh, I really hope this sleeping is not practicing death, because frankly, my sleeping is not a good time. We all know that that I and sleep do not have the best relationship. If I had to expect, for my long years of toil in meat space, that after that I could look forward to an eternity of sleep paralysis like night terrors, wow. That really is where becoming a lich, it starts becoming my focus. Like, yeah, you know what? I don't actually care how many of you I need to sacrifice to whatever dark gods in order to not die. Dying is that bad that it's just going to be a thing that I do. I hope you understand, but, there's certain sacrifices I'm not willing to make. So I very much hope that death is not simply a practice of... sleep is not a practice of death. I would not want sleep to be my forever. But I have no idea. It's an honest question. It's a serious question too. So my honest and serious answer is I don't know. I'm incapable of knowing. So I'm not going to pretend that I do. I can hear the arguments, yay and nay, etc., etc. And I guess a part of it is that does my answer matter? Because if you have a strong belief one way or another, and largely I feel that this comes down to belief. You either believe that nothing happens, or you believe that something happens. Knowing where my feelings are is unlikely to change yours, and that's perfectly fine. Aavak is going to be sentenced to live in all of the games in which he has led pixels to their deaths as a character within those games. That would be an interesting forever, I suppose. We're still going to decline it, even though we're quite close to finishing this. Another day is just around the corner. It was a curious question. Nothing about. Oh, I didn't think there was anything behind it. Don't worry. I didn't feel like someone was trying to trap me into some sort of existential debate. But that is my honest answer. I am attracted to spirituality in the same way that I'm attracted to certain fiction and historical accounts. I believe there's a certain romance in it. It's a beautiful idea. Whether I believe in it or not, hard to say. I mean, it is literally hard for me to say. I don't know. I am prepared for it to be nothing, though. Completely prepared for that. Time passes too fast. That is all. Delara, welcome back for the 19th month. Thank you. Came for the game, stayed for the philosophy. I mean, the philosophy creeps in here and there. To be sure. Let's speed things up. Hopefully we can get all of this done reasonably soon. Still crafting. I need to keep a close watch over our crafter, because if they run out of things to do, then it's probably that I've run out of stone. How are my... Ooh, your T has already gotten to max, so I could theoretically move T on to being a cleric. Daniel Oswin is almost at level 6, so I'm kind of inclined to do so. I'm not gonna lie. What do you think, chat? Move T on to being a cleric? And then keep Vanya as our main herbalist? Philosophy is the beauty of an Aavak stream, or anything containing Aavak. Oh, thank you. T is a max level herbalist. I would move T on to being a cleric while Vanya is working there. But you might be right. Maybe I wait for Vanya to be max level first. I'm much more fascinated by life than I am with death. I'll be honest with you. The near impossibility of existing. Because at its core, I'm a collection of dead stuff that's acting like it isn't dead. It's pretending to not be dead for now. And in this now, I'm capable of so many wonderful things. I'm capable of wondering about the wonderment of the fact that I am a bunch of matter that's pretending to be alive. For a time. That, in and of itself, is kind of mind-bending when you think about it. But I grew up in like, sort of the old country of Wales. Spirituality is deeply woven into my culture. So, you know, that was going to be... There's a lot of that in there. So it's an interesting topic. Very interesting topic. And again, it's part of what's so wonderful and crazy about life is that I'm sat here thinking about this. How are we doing over here? Only waiting on the crossbeam windows and 4 of the tall stone windows. Nice. That's going to be ready really, really soon, actually. How is our... where are you? Flying Nemo Beans? Level 4 still. Idle at the moment. We need more things for you to do then. Let me get some stuff for you to do. We're currently making as much of this as we can. That is fine. Don't quite have the means for all this. What I could look at doing is some more armor, but unfortunately the armor is not really as useful. That being said, my clerics could make use of this. Is my cleric currently wearing... No. So, let's get a circlet made. Well, bronze at Northern Bangle. I would have said a bangle is more something you wear on your wrist than a circlet, but that's fine. We'll get one made. And we'll actually make a second as well, because I know I'm going to need one eventually. I could make slabs of coke from lumps of coal. We've got a lump of coal, so go ahead and make a slab of coke, please. That'll actually be quite nice. Doubles up some useful material there. Everything else is good. But I do need to get more stone. Now, if we slice all the way back down, I should be able to have a look at where ores exist. With the heat map. Ore detector. Ooh, got something over here. Some ores. Quite a lot of ores. Okay. Alright, so we're going in the right direction. We've got some over there as well, actually. Alright. Oh, got a little bit over there. Ah, it's more up top. And then down here. Oh, no, we've got quite a lot if we go lower. So there's some ores down there that we could go to. Alright. I think we can make this happen. Still, that being said, there's much more ore in this direction. So let's continue sinking this pathway over here. Each one of these is 10 long. There we go, there's the ore. We're going to have to start moving in that direction then. So let's sink that one back. We only want it 5 wide, so let's bring that back a bit. There we go. And then from this point we start moving in this direction. Actually, we may end up just, honestly, just cleaving out this whole area. We want all of that material if we can. As much as I like having the passages correctly set up, I think what we're going to do instead is branch out and actually just follow the seam from here. Probably want to get some lighting in here as well at some point. Fairly soon, actually. There we go. And resume mining. We're still building up to the glory upgrade. Gotta get a few more light badges and a couple of footmen, which is a bit of an issue. And a knight. Right, well, at the present, we need to continue building up our archers, actually. I need to get another bow. Do we have a spare bow in the village? We've got the saw. I can go ahead and get that, but I can get a carpenter who could then make me bows. Yeah, you know what? That's probably going to be worth it. Probably going to watch this on Aavak After Dark. Right? Oh, take care, Papa. It's actually Aavak After Hours, though. What I'd love to see is Aavak stream in Factorio. It is a possibility. Oh, an Aavak stream I can actually catch. And Stonehearth at that. Nothing as chill as this. That being said, we've had some pretty interesting discussions so far. Not exactly the most chill. After buying Stonehearth and trying the topping the mountain mining, the amount of stone feldspar and ore is stupid. Yes, it can be. How many people would want to watch Aavak After Dark? Well, yeah. Aavak After Hours is my second YouTube channel. Aavak After Dark is my OnlyFans. Only joking, unless you're willing to give me money for it. No, still joking even then, actually. Because if you were willing to give me money to get access to an Aavak OnlyFans, I'd worry about you, actually. I'd be like, are you okay? Who hurt you? But I think perhaps getting a carpenter would be a good move. See if anyone has any particular... You want to be a knight, so you're probably going to have to be... You just really don't have the body for it, though. You want to be an engineer, so getting a second... I'm not sure we're ever going to have a second engineer under the place. Maybe. It's possible. It is possible. Probably low chance of that happening, to be honest with you. Daily update, declining again for now. We're almost there, though. For the last few things to be built. Crafting toolstone windows, good. Aavak After Hours, the only site on OnlyFans where playing with his ferret isn't a euphemism. Wow, Jake Jody. Wash your brain out with some soap. And by soap, I mean bleach. And by bleach, I mean acid. And by acid, I mean the furious blood of a dying star. But we are very, very close to having this all set up, which is going to be grand. Yeah, I don't think we've got any hearthlings right now who are fit for purpose, I'm going to be honest, with setting that up. But I could set up a general worker hall. I'm kind of down with that idea if we're speaking the true. And maybe the entrance into this place would be through here. Yeah, I'm actually kind of liking this idea. Let's go ahead and set up a new area that is going to be for our workers. Okay. It's going to be a home specifically for the workers moving forward. Have a bit of an entryway. We will spot for candles on the side. But then I kind of want it to open up. You know what? This is good enough. It's not. No, it's not. It really isn't. Because if I build it with 4, I can't put a lot of items in the middle that I would like to do. So I will have another door over here, but this one is going to open up directly into this space in here. And actually, we'll pull that back so that I can dig in a whole bank of windows down there. It'll look great. So along with this, I need room enough for the beds. How many beds are we going to place in here, is the question. I would like maybe a desk or something nice there. And then beds around here. There's one bed there, one bed there, bed there, bed here. We'll draw this out a little bit further. Something along those lines. Now, these ones aren't going to be beds, or at least only a few of them will be, but some of them will just be windows. It's just I want them to kind of have a uniform sort of feel to them. These ones, however, will be beds over here. They will definitely be beds. In fact, I'm really fancying not having beds on that side at all. We'll do something like this. Right, so that gives us how many? Gives us 6 beds. That's not bad. That's not bad at all, actually. 6 beds is a pretty solid amount, and then we can have a little doorway over on this side, leading out. I like it. It's not going to have as much room for decoration as I perhaps would like, but it'll be enough. Oops, it's wrong there. 6 beds is a good start, I would say. Then we can have a nice window area back here. Start with the 3. There, and by here. You hear goblin war horns. Oop. There's my official response to this news. And then over there. Well, actually, no. Let's pull that in by 1 more, just so we've got a bit of a nicer, more gentle curve there, and then we can have windows in these spaces. Oh, it's going to look grand. It's going to look amazing. But at this point, it actually does look like that's a little bit too much there. So let's pull that back a little bit more. That's fine. There we are. I like it. This will be our worker home. We'll have 6 beds in there for now. Okay. First things first, resume mining there and resume mining here. Stick this through, peeps. Right, you hear goblin war horns. Oggo, Skullbonker. At last, we come to place of great shinies. Go forth, my minions. Go forth for Oggo, Skullbonker's glory. For Oggo, for shinies. Mount in the ogre. Take all the things. Where are you? Hopefully you're not where you need to be. Please be over somewhere else that isn't accessible to us. Take all the things. Well, this is possibly where we die. Depending on where they've spawned. I'm not seeing them yet. I am still not seeing them. Is this the same save Aavak was playing for a few weeks? Yeah, it is. It is absolutely that. Could make a charcoal and coke for the experience. You can make more higher levels of... Yeah, I considered the charcoal and coke. I had considered it. We'll see where that one goes, though. I'm not quite yet... Well, you know what? Maybe I should just have them. Because it's not like we're ever not going to use it. I'll maintain 10 and then I will maintain 50. Interesting that a lump of coke... lumps of coal without burning them to efficiently produce coke. A good great fuel. Well, you know what? I'll maintain 10 of these. But I'll maintain and then 50 because then I can spread them out a little bit, you see. Slabs of charcoal. That's going to require a blacksmith of a higher level, but it would be good to get. Alright, well, there's potential death on its way. Do we want a prediction? Do we want a prediction of how badly we're going to die? Because I've got 2 archers. 2. That's it. 2 archers. 2 people who can fight against an army of goblins. So far, we've been in... Oh, thank goodness! We're safe. Never mind. The prediction isn't required. They can't get to us. They could get to all of the undead, but... Did the mountain literally just headbutt a mausoleum into non-existence? I feel that may be what just happened. I feel that the mountain just headbutted a building out of reality. Not sure how I feel about this. Gotta be honest. Don't feel great. Alright, who is here? Right, okay. Well, we finished our house. Fantastic. And now, we can do 2 things. And your last one just gained max level, which means T... yeah, T, you're going to change jobs. Oh, you're not going to change jobs. That's a lie, T. You're not going to be... Oh, wait. I forgot. I forgot. There was a thing I forgot. Brewery. T is going to be the brewer. Because how could T be anything other than the person who literally makes tea? There we go, T. But it does mean that we need a new fastest promotion demotion ever. No, it's fine, it's fine. You're going to live up here. You're going to have a nice big bedroom. But hooray. Let's place down... Have we got a bed ready for you? We don't. That's a shame. However, you will have a quite swanky table in here. Over in this corner, I think. Oh, that is not what I meant to do. I hate that. Let's rotate it there. We're going to have a candle in this corner. Actually, you know what? Let's cancel this one. Let's place the chair on this side. And the candle in this corner. What's this say? Herbalist sign. Well, I mean, that's fair. Let's pop this herbalist sign outside the hut. How high did I place it? Yeah, more or less the same place. There we go. Right, we need some beds. 3 beds, specifically. The best beds that we can make right now, if we can. Please and thank you. Oh, we can make a hospital bed. So good. So good. I need a hospital for that, though. So that's going to be a little bit from now. But, well, 3 ultra comfy beds. Ka-ching. Do we have any really nice furnishings that we can add in there? Bone writing desk? Do I think our tea smith is going to want a bone writing desk? I kind of do, actually. Yeah. I'd love a bolt of cloth so I can make... Oh, look at these glorious things. Marble chests. Oh. Oh! The extravagance! So now you're just going to have a writing desk, though. You're going up in the world, T. Going very, very high up in the world, actually. Do we have all of the things that we're going to need to make brewery items? I think it'll be under this, wouldn't it? No, I'm just going to have to wait for you to be a brewer first, and then we can build the materials. You're not gonna live in this building. Didn't really plan for it, sadly, but this should be good enough, I think. We'll add some nice, lovely fencing out there. Maybe a couple of flowers, odds and sods. Thank you very much, Trash Panda Panic, for the prime sub there. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Tea is now a level 1 brewer. There we go. Actually, that's a good question. Let me have a look at tea. Tea, what do you like? You like bone comfy beds. You like bone writing desks. Yes. You do not like candle holders, okay? Clay counters, you like porcelain park benches. Of course you would. You extravagant scallywag, you. But yes, bone comfy beds, we'll swap for that as soon as we can. You've got some very good taste there, T. Very good taste indeed. Now, let's have a quick look at what we can make with you. We can make the brewer's table. Used by the brewer for crafting simple drinks and ingredients. Let's get that one. Oh, I like it. Look at that. Look at that. It's a teapot. See, there are reasons why I love this game. So many wonderful things. A treading vat. The brewer can use this vat to trample over fruits, crushing them and starting their fermentation. The wine cask. Using this vessel, the brewer is able to ferment different wines from fruit must. The brewer's kettle. Used by the brewer for mashing, heating and boiling brews. Also sometimes stews. The fermentation carboy. The brewer can use this to make mead, or fruity mead with unfermented mead and vinegar with finished mead. The fermentation vat. The brewer can use this to make either ale or beer using different types of wort. And the copper distillery. The brewer can use this to create exquisite prepared drinks. Yeah, there we are. We can make a bucket of sweet potato juice, prickly pear juice. You know what? I imagine sweet potato juice probably does actually taste nice. But we're going to want one of these, first and foremost. We're going to want that is already on the way. Berry juice, cherry juice, prickly pear juice. That's literally why we've got these things. But look at this. A serving pitcher of berry wine. A pitcher of berry wine. A serving pitcher of cider. Serving pitcher of date wine. Fruity mead. Mead. A pitcher of perry. A pitcher of plum wine. And a pitcher of prickly pear wine. Ah, marvellous. Serving keg of sugar bomb. Sugar bomb? Is that an energy drink? Keg of northern spirit. Malt spirit. Liquor. Fruit spirit. Beer. And ale. But, of course, the most important of all things. Herbal tea. Pine needle tea. And lavish tea. Are we there yet? We just got there. Sweet orange bunny. I could use some sugar bomb. I imagine all of us could. If I'm perfectly honest with myself. Yeah. Right. Okay then, peeps. Let's get this wonderful place set up. We'll have decorations on the walls. Oh, it's going to be so grand. So grand. What is my, Hi. I'm just wandering. Having a look. Doing stuff. Pug Deathfist. Where's the leader? There we are. Oggle Skullbonker. Soothsayer say, Oggo chosen one. Oggo cycle breaker. No. Denied. Hopefully we can have an engineer before you work out how to get on this side of the map. Bad news. Right, what are we making here? Slither Troves, prolific crafter. Can't find any food. That's a lie. Stop telling me fibs. Your fibs are unwelcome here.